The old Tucson fire was an extreme challenge for firefighters who gathered from all over the valley. We had a chance to talk to a firefighter who was there that night.
The Rural Metro Staging Officer and myself both are in the command van.
It was the only time in my career that I could stand in an intersection and have fire 360, to turn around and see everything burning.
Sector 1, be advised, we're still standing by.
Randy Ogden has been acting chief of the Tucson Fire Department and the chief on Mount Lemmon on the night of the old Tucson fire. He was a captain sharing information with news crews while watching history burn.
So it was kind of frustrating to be there and not be able to do more to stop it. And it was more of helping history. All the things, the movies that were there over the years, the John Wayne movies and all the older ones that we could watch go away. And that was the sad part.
The odds were stacked against the firefighters. It was windy. The old movie sets were wood, dry from years in the desert sun. They were packed close together, and the firefighters were short of what they needed most.
We didn't have enough water, and we ended up having fire departments from the whole valley coming in with water tenders. That's the big tanker trucks that bring water, because we couldn't get access to the water they had there in the tanks. There was a problem with the valve systems, and so we couldn't use that. So we had to truck in all the water we used.
The buildings were movie sets with no back wall because that's where the cameras would be. That helped the fire swirl through them and made them more prone to collapse. It was far too dangerous for the firefighters to come close.
What that boils down to is, why should we go into those buildings and try to fight it from the interior with the knowledge that it's going to come down? And once the fire gets that big, we're not saving anything. So for me to call your wife and say, I'm sorry, your husband died last night in a fire that really had no value. And that's really become at the forefront of most fire departments.
Chief Ogden says wider roads lead to the new old Tucson now. There are reliable hydrants and fire sprinklers to protect the new buildings. But he says while the new place is great, he wishes more people could have seen the original.
And to see all the things that I grew up, the costumes that were used for filming the High Chaparral series and some of John Wayne's movies, going away, that will never be the same. I mean, they're gone. And you could rebuild them or re-sew them, but they're not the same. It's just different. And it was sad. It was sad to see history going away.
Craig Smith, KGUN 9.